As the new year begins, we wrap up what was a memorable 2015 year in high school sports in the northwest suburbs. Here are some of the highlights from the year. Our first local champion in 2015 was crowned in February when Osseo High School senior Sarah Bezdacek won the state Nordic ski championship, while Wayzata's girls brought home the team title. Champlain Park and Wayzata each won section gymnastics championships. The Rebels finished 5th at the state Class AA meet. Maple Grove and Wayzata each enjoyed strong seasons in girls hockey. The Crimson lost just twice all season, with the Trojans losing a heartbreaker in overtime of the section final to Minneapolis. Several local wrestlers qualified for the state tournament. Totino Grace's Lance Bennett capped a brilliant prep career by winning his 4th consecutive state title. The lone local state champion in boys swimming, Maple Grove's Brenner Hohenstein, who won the 100-yard breaststroke. The Robbinsdale Adapted Sports Program added another state title to their cachet, capturing a 5th straight championship in floor hockey. One of the highlights of the winter sports season was the success of the Champlain Park boys basketball team. The Rebels cruised through most of the regular season and then beat Wayzata before a packed house at Rogers High School to win the Section 5 4A championship.
Be headed to the 2015 state tournament.
Behind Mr. Basketball winner J.T. Gibson, the Rebels won a school record 31 games and lost their only game of the season to Apple Valley in the state Class 4A final. Park Center's girls basketball team showed 2014 was no fluke. The Pirates won their conference and section, and then to cap it off, beat Marshall for a 2nd straight season to win the Class 3A title. The Hopkins girls won their 4th title in 5 seasons and 6th overall since 2004 in basketball by beating Eastview in the championship game. And Maranatha Christian Academy finished 2nd in the state in both boys and girls Class A basketball. The spring brought more sunshine and more awards to local athletes and teams. Armstrong's baseball team won a 2nd straight section title and a first-round game in the state tournament at St. Paul's new CHS Field. Maple Grove's Sydney Smith was a 2-time Metro Player of the Year in softball and helped the Crimson win a 4th straight section championship. Maple Grove finished 3rd in Class 3A. State meet records in track and field were set by Hopkins senior Joe Klecker in the 1,600 meters and by Wayzata junior Ruby Stauber in the 800, who broke a girls' meet time record that had stood since 1986. Wayzata's boys won the Class AA team title. The Trojans boys golf team won the state Class 3A championship for the first time since 2011. Brothers Bobby and Ben Frassini tied for 10th place overall, along with Hopkins' Connor Hall and Osseo's J.J. Svak. In Class A girls golf, Heritage Christian Academy sophomore Kiera Smith took home medalist honors, winning the 36-hole tournament by 5 strokes. And 3 local girls and 1 boys team won section titles in lacrosse. In the fall, a veteran Hopkins boys cross-country team, headed by 4 seniors from Golden Valley, won the program's first state team title in 13 years. Wayzata's Jarrett Carpenter was the Class AA individual champion. Led by Gatorade Player of the Year Sidney Hilly, Champlain Park won a 2nd straight section title in volleyball, beating Wayzata in a thrilling section final. The Rebels finished 3rd at the state tournament. Heritage Christian Academy qualified for its first tournament in any sport as the Eagles reached the Class A state volleyball semifinals. It was quite a sight at the state girls tennis tournament when Breck's Grace Zumwinkle and Lauren Kozakowski beat their older sisters, Anna Zumwinkle and Kendall Kozakowski, to win the Class A doubles championship. Class A's Ms. Soccer, Alexa Tatarin of Plymouth, helped Benilde St. Margaret's win a state soccer championship, the 3rd for the Red Knights in 4 seasons. Breck's boys enjoyed a great year too. The Mustangs placed 2nd in Class A. Wayzata's girls and Park Center's boys qualified for state soccer in Class AA, the first section title for the Pirates in 11 years. Wayzata's girls continued their dominant run in Class AA swimming and diving. The Trojans won a 3rd consecutive state championship in November, setting a handful of school records along the way. Finally, it was collectively one of the best seasons ever for local prep football teams. Wayzata bounced back from a disappointing 2014 season to win 8 games. Armstrong had its best team in years, winning 7 games and narrowly losing to Maple Grove in the postseason. Cooper finished 6-3, and Park Center went 8-3, coming within a game of their first section title in 30 years. Totino Grace continued its strong tradition in football, reaching the Class 6A semifinals. Maple Grove did the same. A great Crimson season ended in heartbreak for a second straight year in the state semifinals. Plus, 2 local seniors were finalists for Mr. Football. Maple Grove's Isaac Collins and Park Center's Amani Hooker. But grabbing the headlines in the end were the Osseo Orioles, a team that relished in the role as underdogs and rolled the Tide all the way to a Class 6A championship. Led by senior workhorse running back Prince Crua and a stout defense, the Orioles beat strong postseason foes Lakeville North, Totino Grace, and finally Eastridge in the final seconds to win the program's first state title since 1970.
You forget just how many championships they had, both collectively as teams and also for individuals, and a lot of great highlights. We thank all the athletes and coaches for giving us so many good memories.